Hello everyone, this is Sorry and Target welcoming you back to another Carnivores mod announcement video, where today we are taking a quick look at the new Beta 2.1 release of one of my absolute favorite Carnivores mods ever. The incredibly faithful and wonderfully innovative Carnivores Plus, the spiritual successor and proper sequel to the original Carnivores game. Now, as per usual with these quick mod announcement videos, this is not a full-length, in-depth mod showcase. You know, I often get asked, when are you gonna do a showcase on Mandibles or Far North? I'm trying not to do full-length mod showcases until the mod is more or less complete, just so I don't have to do a gigantic mod showcase of like a Beta 3 release, because then if everything gets changed over the next few releases, I'll either have to do a new mod showcase for every single release that comes out, or if I blow the big mod showcase on an early beta, then the final release showcase will feel kind of underwhelming if there are only a few changes. So this, today, is just an announcement video to let you guys know that there is a new mod release available, what to expect in it, and provide my thoughts on it and maybe some constructive criticism, so that the final release of the mod can be the best it can be, and the mod's big showcase here on the channel can just be a big gush fest. And as always, there is a download link to this new beta release of Carnivores Plus down in the description below if you want to try it out for yourself. And if you have tried it out already, or just watch what's in the release of this video, be sure to let me know which new part is your favorite down in the comments section. I always love to hear your thoughts. So without further ado, let's begin. So for those who don't know, Carnivores Plus is a soft reboot of Carnivores Reloaded, which in itself was kind of a soft reboot of the original Carnivores game. This mod aims to expand upon that fantastical feel and world building of the original Carnivores game with the technological expansion and freedom of the Carnivores 2 engine. It's basically the perfect mix of Carnivores 1 and 2 that I've wanted to see for a long time. Carnivores Plus has received pretty well near universal acclaim from many, myself included, for its faithfulness to Carnivores 1, its fantastically immersive and high-quality maps and animals, and its overall extremely professional feel, and has even been featured on the ModDB homepage, which is a huge achievement for a Carnivores mod. This mod is being spearheaded by the legend himself, Poharex, so naturally it's one of the most high-quality and professional Carnivores mods out there, right alongside Poharex's other mods, Carnivores Triassic and Mandibles, that I personally feel set the standard for what Carnivores mods should strive toward. Now, it's been a while since our first announcement video for Carnivores Plus, and there have been a few beta releases that I've unfortunately missed since then, so I'm going to try and mix in some highlights of what I've missed, while mostly focusing on what's new to this Beta 2.1 release specifically, because there are some incredibly exciting new additions in this release. As always, the menus just ooze professionalism with thematically appropriate, clean, colorful, and engaging designs. And these layouts have always been some of my absolute favorite menu designs in any Carnivores mod ever. What's made them even better now, however, is that they've completely done away with the cramped, overstuffed, dinosaur-in-a-box layout and opted for a more natural, free-flowing, spacious, and beautiful look that just lets the menu breathe. Everything is now spaced out, bright, colorful, and sharp. These images just look wonderful. Everything looks so rich and enticing, and even manages to still include the dinosaurs' mortal zones in a natural and interesting way that doesn't clutter the screen. However, as wonderful as these menu layouts are, I do have a few nitpicks on some of the texts. The Pachycephalosaurus's name has been consistently misspelled throughout the Carnivores franchise. It was Pachycephalosaurus in Carnivores 1, and now it's Pachycephalosaurus on the roster here, but it's spelled correctly in the menu text, and I know we sometimes run with misspelled dinosaur names to add to the in-game lore, but someone needs to go ahead and decide how we're spelling the Packy's name here. The Tyrannosaurus, which in a very cohesive move has been rebranded from T-Rex to Tyrannosaurus to match the other dinosaurs on the roster, also has a minor text issue. I feel that at this point in Carnivores history, most people are aware of the T-Rex's iconic eye-only weak spot, and even if you're not, it's literally highlighted right there. So I personally feel that removing "the only way to kill a T-Rex is shooting his eye" text information would be a smart move. That fact is basically common knowledge at this point. It's redundant information in this mod specifically, and I think it would be more visually appealing to not have that text overflowing onto the Mortal Zone image. In addition, the weapons still use the incorrect and poorly worded weapon text information from all the way back in Carnivores Reloaded. So adjusting those to match their current interpretations definitely needs to happen. I know these are relatively minor gripes in the grand scheme of things, but I personally feel that proper menu polish is very important. First impressions matter. And I'd hate for a mod as stunning as Carnivores Plus to get bogged down early by menu inconsistencies. Part of what makes Carnivores Plus so unique and enticing is its theme of expansion on the concepts and ideas introduced in the original game, including custom-made expanded sections of the Carnivores 1 maps alongside their original counterparts, all tastefully crafted by Pohorex himself, to keep the new areas in line with the feel of the original islands. This beta features 4 completed expansion maps: the Woods of Taranchox, Basmashi Rocks, the Jungles of Gravitsappa, and the Great Lake. The other 2 expansion maps, the Ancient Temple and the Pyramids of Shmuhadron, are incomplete and are currently being worked on by Pohorex, but their early work-in-progress builds are still included in this beta. So if you do want to hunt on these maps, the original Carnivores 1 areas are, of course, playable, but their extended areas are not yet complete and are still a work in progress. They're lacking terrain textures and trees and rocks, so do keep that in mind if you do want to hunt in these locations before they're ready. Now, Carnivores Plus does feature 2 brand new maps: the Gulf of Quetra, which is a map that I haven't covered yet on these update videos, but is honestly one of the most underrated Carnivores maps ever. Seriously, if you haven't already, go check out the Gulf of Quetra. And the classic Morrison's Maze, a map so good I did an entire showcase on it by itself. And it is this iconic Jurassic map that features the most exciting new map update. Morrison's Maze is one of the greatest Carnivores maps ever made, in my opinion, beautifully snatching a scene right out of the Jurassic period, and doubles as a wonderful homage to the Walking with Dinosaurs episode, Time of the Titans, chronicling the life cycle of a Diplodocus from birth in the redwood forests to life on the fern prairies, to migration across the salt flats, and back again. This is one of the few maps I've ever seen tell such a rich story focused primarily on just one specific dinosaur. And to celebrate that, Pohorex has introduced Diplodocus herds across the map, based on his beautiful new rendition of the animal he unveiled a few weeks ago. Morrison's Maze originally did feature a Diplodocus carcass based more heavily on the Walking with Dinosaurs variant, but Pohrex's updated Diplodocus honestly blows it out of the water. The gorgeous Burian texture, gentle purple color scheme, and iconic spines all blend wonderfully together, and this dinosaur's permanent inclusion into Morrison's Maze is such a fulfilling addition. Wonderful as the new map additions are, the big selling point of this new beta release is the inclusion of 10 new huntable dinosaurs in the Jurassic DLC pack, featuring brand new, beautifully canon-styled and diverse DLC dinosaurs for hunters looking for a new challenge to spice up the classic hunting roster. Now, full disclaimer, the Jurassic DLC pack itself only features 4 new DLC dinosaurs. The other 6 have been available since the previous release, and one is actually a permanent member of the hunting roster, not DLC. But to make up for lost time, I'm gonna briefly highlight all of the new dinosaurs here, some of which aren't actually from the Jurassic period, and some of which aren't even based on real dinosaurs. The first new dinosaur takes the bonus animal slot, the legendary Seismosaurus, appropriately fulfilling the iconic myth that the Seismosaurus could be unlocked as a bonus animal in Carnivores 2. Technically, the Seismosaurus was in the last beta release of Carnivores Plus, but it didn't have any calls or menu information, so I never paid it that much attention because it didn't feel complete to me. And I prefer to immerse myself in the complete first impression of these dinosaurs, rather than get accustomed to them piece by piece. But now, the Seismo is complete, and features some jaw-dropping calls and sound work that I think fans of kaiju media are really going to enjoy. I legit get chills hearing these things echoing through the jungles. It's so freaking good. The new DLC dinosaurs unfortunately don't have any information to tell you which AI slots each animal goes to, so I'll just list which ones go where right here for future reference. Dilophosaurus uses Parasaurolophus AI, Dicylodontosaurus uses Pachycephalosaurus AI, Oncoraptor, Silurus, and Lyphranax can all technically use either Allosaurus or Velociraptor AI, since these dinosaurs do technically use the same AI set. However, I believe the swimming and sliding animations on the Allo and Raptor are reversed, so unless you want your dinosaurs swimming on land after a pounce or sliding along under the water, I'd recommend putting them all on Velociraptor AI, since it seems that's what they were all built on. Scelidosaurus uses Triceratops AI, Dilophosaurus and Innovator use Therizinosaurus AI, and Stokesosaurus uses Majungatholus AI. So, to use these new creatures in your version of Carnivores Plus, simply take their car files from the DLC folder and drop it into the HuntDat folder. Then go into the mod's RES file, scroll down to the appropriate AI slot, then replace the car file name with the new one, rename the dinosaur, save the file, and get hunting. Unfortunately, like the first release of the Seismosaurus in the last beta, these new DLC animals don't come with any sound effects or custom calls or menu pictures or text information or new RES size edits. They're literally just the animated models, which is kind of a disappointment. When mods like Jurassic Park Hunter Legends are releasing full-blown DLC packs featuring new animals in a complete package right out of the gate, it does make these Carnivores Plus DLC animals feel very detached and incomplete, like they're not quite fully formed characters yet. But I'm confident that's an issue that will be addressed before the final release of the mod. And the final new aspect of this release that I do not want to get overlooked in the shadow of the new dinosaurs is some fantastic new updates to the Carnivores Plus weapon roster. I know some people do have gripes with this mod's limited weapon lineup and would like to see more firearms like handguns or rifles, but for me personally, I'm really glad the mod has stuck with only the classics so far. These three weapons perfectly balance each other out. Any extra weapons would feel like just that, extras, unnecessary, the odd guns out. And this level of restraint and faithfulness to the original game just bolsters my already sky-high respect for this mod. But now, these classic weapons have received some magnificent upgrades in the form of some gorgeous new models and some oh so satisfying reload animations. These weapons, when they debuted in Carnivores 1, were very bare bones. There was no double ammo, so you couldn't reload, even with a pump-action shotgun, and the sniper rifle just cheated by being only the scope. But now, each weapon has a new model that actually looks like its menu counterpart. The shotgun actually looks like a stylistically blue pump-action shotgun, and the sniper rifle actually has a legit model that looks like a scoped Dragunov. The crosshair reticle is even black again, like it was in Carnivores 1, instead of green like in Carnivores 2 and Ice Age. That is some phenomenal attention to detail. These are gorgeous new models that now allow these two firearms to match the X-Bow in terms of character, uniqueness, and charm. And the reload animations, oh my gosh! They are so satisfying. I'm just gonna let you guys sit back, watch, and most importantly, listen to them. I cannot get over how smooth and satisfying those reload animations are. That click into place is just, downright sexy. I love it, love it, love it. This weapon roster is, in my opinion, perfect. It's simple, yes, but it covers all the bases: functionality, diversity, character. These three weapons define Carnivores gunplay, and I'm so happy to see Carnivores Plus sticking true to its roots while giving these old builds just enough modern polish. Alright, so there you go guys, another fantastic new beta release for Carnivores Plus. Honestly, aside from a couple of work-in-progress maps and a few DLC dinosaurs, I think Carnivores Plus is getting very close to a final release, and I am incredibly excited to see how this mod and its story and characters wrap up, and so I can get to work on its mod showcase. But what do you guys think of this new beta? What's your favorite part? Be sure to let me know down in the comments section below. And as always guys, thank you so much for your patience on videos. As most of you guys know, I can't post videos as often as I'd like here, but if you do want to stay more up to date on all things Carnivores in a more timely manner, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I post on there pretty often in general, but also for big community news, like as soon as a new mod release becomes available, or when a new dinosaur or map is unveiled, and not to mention artwork and general community updates. I get to interact with a lot of you guys on Twitter, and Instagram's been a great place for the hundreds of screenshots I take while gathering footage for videos that I never get to use. So if you are interested in following me on social media, I'll leave some links down in the description. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my content. Whenever I have free time, you can bet I am working on a video in some form or fashion. And as long as you guys keep watching this content, I will for sure keep making it. Thanks again guys, you are all truly the best, and I will see you guys next time. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy the Carnivores games and Carnivores content on YouTube and want to help support this channel, you can do so at patreon.com/SaurianTarget. There's a link down below in the description of this video. Now, it's not required or expected of anyone. Just by watching this video, you have proven yourself an amazing person by helping me out. But I do want to give a special thanks to those supporting the channel on Patreon who helped make this video possible. Thank you all for everything you do. You are all the best, and I will see you guys next time.